record 18-16. They've won more showdowns than their rivals. Showdown 35 and away we go.
Crows really kicked away in that third quarter and early in the fourth.
Petrenko's been lively. Petrenko, he's got it. He's got two, and they're backing it. Oh, dangerous. Centering ball, chopped off by right goal.
It looked like the game was pretty much all over. You know, we sort of thought it's going to be hard to win from here. I think there was 6.5 minutes to go and we're 26 points down.
They're going to be hard to beat now.
I don't think we ever thought we were out of it at all. We had, a lot of belief in our running game. We knew we were a pretty fit side, and we just need to just work our way back in the game.
He's kicked his fourth, and Port Adelaide are coming home hard.
Further afield, 50 metres by himself, Johnston running hard to get across O'Shea. Won't get there in time to pressure the kick, but the kick not a good one anyway. The bounce is out of bounds in the pocket.
Yeah, I still get into Louis about that to this day. We still have a joke about it. Yeah, basically he got the ball on the 50 and he backed himself in. It's a beautiful kick, but maybe the short little kick in front of goal might have been the one to go for.
Now it's one-on-one inside the forward 50. Angus, after his man slipped over, takes Talia on again. Van Berlo closing. Monfries has kicked a goal. Unbelievable.
I actually kicked it to Angus. I put it out into some space with just a hurried kick.
A minute 45 of playing time remaining. Trengove can carry the ball. Now it's one-on-one inside the forward 50.
He was one-on-one and he picked it up. I thought he was a chance to take him on, but the defender did a really good job of forcing him to kick from, I think it was about 50.
I'm not sure why I did, but I turned onto my left, not my right, and then got into a bit of trouble. Didn't hit it very nicely off the boot. I was a bit disappointed. It sort of was spinning sideways and looked like it was going through for a point, and then bounced through. So then dribbled through for a goal and was pretty lucky sort of circumstance.
Haven't seen anything like that. It's gone at right angles. Right angles, Tim.
For it to bounce, on right angles and go through the goals, I just couldn't believe it.
I was actually on him, so I slipped over.
Angus, after his man slipped over.
And then he was going right, I've moved to the left, and then he's gone back on his left and actually kicked the ball, and I just couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it comes through.
Unbelievable!
I just remember thinking, surely we can't lose this.
I was gobsmacked at how the ball can bounce like that, but I suppose that's the beauty of our game. It's a irregular shaped ball, it will do crazy things, and unfortunately it did that day.
I was actually standing right behind him. I was asking for the handball, so when he kicked it I was spewing because it was nearly going out of bounds, and it bounced back, and I was pretty happy he kicked it.
And when he kicked that goal, it was like, it's not happening for us today.
Things like that are happening, we're in a bit of trouble.
We do forget the Robbie Gray bounce in the first quarter, did the exact opposite and bounced out of the goal square when it looked like it was going to roll through. So if I sit back now, I feel pretty calm that one went our way, one went against us. So, look, that's what happens, that's what makes the game exciting.
That makes up for Robbie Gray in the first quarter. Haven't seen anything like that. It's gone at right angles.
That game for Crows and Ports fans is quite often referred to as the Monfries bounce. The feeling in the coach's box was just so deflating, and it was the Monfries bounce which was the real heartbreaker. And I guess in Showdown history it'll be one of the classics because for the bounce of the ball.
But Pythagoras is watching, explain that.
Well, we were still in front, so we weren't panicking too much. They still had to kick a goal in the last minute, so we were kind of just really focused on stopping them from kicking another goal.
Port Adelaide within a kick. We've never had a game in the Showdown that's been less than a goal. We've got one right now.
Probably the biggest moment that stood out in my mind was we actually we kicked it out wide to the wing, and Robbie Gray come flying through, and it was a really big one-on-one contest.
Gray was brave.
He had to jump for it, and he got smashed, but we're able to get that ball out, and then the kick to Wingard where he was able to mark that one.
Wingard! You know who again?
The ball went up, and I think Dom laid a little bit of a block, and Chatty went up, and I think he yelled as soon as he marked the ball. I was right in front of him.
You know who again?
It was his birthday.
He pretty much just yelled yes, I think, when he was up and he marked the ball, because he knew he was going to go back and kick it. He's a confident kid, but he's got plenty of ability.
Yeah, I got a bit of strife for that. They were paying me out for a week because as soon as I took the mark, I started celebrating.
I think the composure one was Gus Monfries to take a look from the pocket and say, look, I'm going to put this at the top of the goal square. In that situation, a lot of players would perhaps take the shot at goal because they don't quite control the situation. He was calm enough to put it in the right spot.
Good play there by Angus Monfries. I mean, he could have blazed away then. He kicked it to the numbers there.
And then as soon as he went back, we knew he was going to kick it. He loves those moments, and it was a pretty special moment, and one that I'll always remember.
And it's appropriate that he will probably have the final say. One way or the other, you reckon? It rests on his boot. What a champion he is. He's 19 years of age.
I think when he just fist pumped before he actually went back and kicked the goal, you thought, you know, he's not going to miss this. You were starting to line up in that centre bounce and work out what our strategy was going to be after he slotted it, because, you know, he's pretty confident with kicking the goal, which sort of made me a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, it was a pressure kick, but at the time it was only 30 metres out and straight in front, so I was pretty confident about kicking it.
He's the most important footballer right now in this state.
You know, the boys really stood up and showed a lot of leadership, and that was one of the best wins I was involved in.
That song's never been sung as loud as I've ever been at the club.
That's our bitter rival. That's the side that hurts us the most to lose to.
It was a big game for us. We really needed to win it with finals on the line, and to do it coming back like that, and you know, in front of, I think it was 40,000 people was one of the best feelings, and yeah, I think it shut a few Crows fans up, so it was good.
And what a historic victory. How about that, Bruce? What a performance.